In this video, we are going to learn about the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. And this is discussed in exercise number 2.6. Now let us suppose we have a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where x is a variable and a, b and c are any real numbers. Of course, a is not equal to 0. Then b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of this quadratic equation, and it is represented by the symbol delta. So this triangular sign is called the delta sign. So first of all, in order to find the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation, we need to find the value of b square minus 4ac. Now there are three possibilities. The first possibility is that this value of b square minus 4ac, which is delta, is greater than 0, or simply it's positive. So if b square minus 4ac is a positive number, there are two real and unequal roots. So if you look at this graph, this point and this point where this quadratic equation intersects the x-axis are called the values of the roots. These are the roots of the quadratic equation. So there are two real but unequal roots. If the value of delta is exactly equal to 0, then there is only one real root, and therefore both the roots are equal. So this is the quadratic equation, and it intersects the x-axis exactly at one point. So if delta is equal to 0, there is only one answer. But if delta is lesser than 0, or it is simply negative, then there are no real roots, there are no real answers. So if this is the graph of the quadratic equation, it does not intersect the x-axis at any point. So if delta is negative, there are no real roots. So that there are either two answers, one answer, or no real answers. This is because if this value, which is inside the square root sign, we know the formula is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. This is the value of x, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. So if this value is positive, as it is in the first case, 5, then there are two answers. Minus 1 plus root 5 the whole upon 2, minus 1 minus root 5 the whole upon 2. And both are real answers. But if this value b square minus 4ac is exactly equal to 0, then let's say x is equal to 4 plus or minus root of 0 the whole upon 2. So we know that the root of 0 is simply a 0. So we have in the next line 4 plus or minus 0 the whole upon 2. And we know 4 plus 0 is also 4, and 4 minus 0 is also 4. So 4 upon 2 is simply a 2. So there is only one answer. So if delta is equal to 0, there is only one answer. There is only one real and equal root. But if delta is less than 0, which means that we have a negative number inside the square root. Now we know that, for example, square root of minus 9 has no real answer. There is no number, no real number such that when multiplied by itself, we get minus 9. So over here we have no real answers. And therefore, when delta is a negative number, there are no real answers. Now let us take the example. Find the value of the discriminant. So discriminant over here means b square minus 4ac, which is also represented by the symbol delta. In the quadratic equation, root 3x square plus 2 root 2x minus 2 root 3 is equal to 0. Here, the value of a, so if we compare this on comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we have that the value of a is square root of 3, the value of b is 2 root 2, and the value of C is negative 2 root 3. So this is the value of A, this is the value of B, the coefficient of X, and the constant term is the value of C. So we are asked to find the discriminant. So we shall write delta or discriminant is equal to B square minus 4AC. So the value of B is 2 root 2 the whole square minus 4 into A is square root of 3 and C is negative 2 root 3. So we have 2 square is 4 and square root of 2 the whole square is 2. So we have 4 twos are. And negative when multiplied we have a positive answer. So square root of 3 into square root of 3 is 3. 3 twos is 6. 6 fours is 24. So we have 8 plus 24 and that is equal to 32. So this is the answer. Let's have a look at the other sum. Determine the nature of the roots of 3y square plus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. So this time we need to state what is the nature of the root, whether they are real and unequal, real and equal, or no real roots. So I'll directly start by stating that here the value of A is 3. We know this is already in the standard form. B is equal to 9 and C is equal to 4. First we need to write in the standard form, and then the coefficient of y square is A, the coefficient of y is B, and the coefficient or simply the constant is C. So delta is equal to B square minus 4AC is equal to 9 square minus 4 into A is 3 and C is also 4. So we have 81 minus 4 fours are 16, 16 threes are 48, and 81 minus 48 is 43. So now we know that 33 is a positive number. So therefore delta is greater than 0. It's a positive number. Therefore, since the value of delta is positive, there are two roots. There are two roots, two real and unequal roots. So we are not asked to find the roots, we are just asked to state their nature. As we just saw over here, that when delta is greater than 0, when it is positive, there are two real and unequal roots. If we would have got a delta is 0, then we would have written there is only one real and equal root. And if delta were to be negative, the answer would have been no real roots. But over here, since delta's value was 33, any positive value has two real and unequal roots. This is the meaning of the nature of the roots. Now let's have a look at the sum. Find the value of k if k minus 12 x square plus 2 bracket k minus 12 x plus 2 is equal to 0 has real and equal roots. So we have been told that the roots are real and equal. So we should tell ourselves that we have been told that the value of delta is exactly 0. So in other words, b square minus 4ac is given to be 0 in these words. Okay. Now it's important to tell what is the value of a, b and c. So over here the coefficient of x square k minus 12 is the value of a. The coefficient of x, which is positive 2 k minus 12, is the value of b, and the constant positive 2 is the value of c. So first we shall write this. A is equal to k minus 12, b is equal to 2 bracket k minus 12, and c is equal to 2. And we are also being told that in any quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the value of a is never 0, remember. So we can state that A is not equal to 0, or in other words, k minus 12 is not equal to 0. It's very important in this particular sentence. Now, we have been told that the roots are real and equal, that is, delta is equal to 0. So we'll start with, since the roots are real and equal, delta is equal to 0. Now what is the value of delta? Delta is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Remember, we need to find the value of k. Now let's substitute. We have the value of b over here. So it's 2k minus 12 the whole square minus 4. The value of a is k minus 12. The value of c is 2. This is equal to 0. So we have just substituted. Let's open the bracket. 2 square is 4 and bracket k minus 12 square is k minus 12 the whole square. Please remember, it is not k square minus 12 square. Minus 4 into 2 is 8. 8k minus 12 is equal to 0. Now we shall divide something on both sides. Let us see what shall we divide. So dividing something on both sides. We can see that this term from year to year and this term from year to year have 4 and 8. So the HCF is 4. Both of them can be divided by 4. So we can divide 4 on both sides. And both of them also have k minus 12. Here also we have k minus 12. So we can also divide k minus 12, but on the condition that k minus 12 cannot be 0. We cannot divide a 0 on both sides. So we have already stated this above, that k minus 12 is not equal to 0. So since it is not equal to 0, we can divide k minus 12 on both sides. So we can just write this, since k minus 12 is not equal to 0. So dividing for k minus 12 on both sides, we have, so let me write this again, 4k minus 12 the whole square upon 4k minus 12 minus 8k minus 12, this is also to be divided by 4k minus 12, is equal to 0 is also going to be divided by 4k minus 12. So we are dividing a non-zero number on both sides. So over here 4 and 4 get cancelled. 1k minus 12 gets cancelled. We have 4 ones are, 4 twos are. We have the entire k minus 12 cancelled, and over there we have a 0. So here we are left with k minus 12 minus 2 is equal to 0. We can simply ignore these brackets. And we have common terms, minus 12 and minus 2. Minus and minus is plus, 12 plus 2 is 14. Sign of the greater one is minus. So k minus 14 is equal to 0. Therefore the value of k is equal to 14. Hope you understood. Thanks for watching.